guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm doing another remake of an old video because you guys seem to love the last one so much. So I thought, well, why not? I can refresh some other old videos and see if you guys like those as well. But this video today is going to be a remake of Create a Weekly Cleaning Schedule for Busy Moms in 5 easy steps. And it is all about how I created my initial cleaning routine that really helped me go from overwhelmed to in control. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know that my membership program, Total Home Transformation, is open for enrollment. We have a phase all about setting your routines. So if you're interested in creating routines that are going to put your home on autopilot, like we talk about in this video today, I have a full phase dedicated to creating and setting up those routines so that they become a habit. If you use code YouTube at checkout, you will get $5 off your membership. And as long as you are a member, your price will never increase. All right, let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first thing I did when I was creating that initial cleaning routine, and I actually do this every time I update my cleaning routine, is I made a list of everything that I wanted to be cleaned every single week. Now, the thing I want you to really hone in on and pay attention to in this step is you are making your list of things that you think need to be done every week. This isn't things that I think need to be done every week, or your friend, or your cousin, or your mother-in-law, or your aunt thinks need to be cleaned every week. These are things that you want cleaned every week, and these are also things that fit well with your season of life. So if you have a newborn, your cleaning routine list should not be the same as somebody who has older kids that are also helping with doing the chores. Make sure the things that you think need to be done also align with what you're actually able to do and what you have the time and capacity, both physically and mentally, to actually do. The other thing I want you to do when you are making this list is I want you to list everything out individually. I don't want you to just put clean the bathrooms if you have more than one bathroom. I don't want you to just put vacuum if you have more than one area to vacuum. So what I would suggest you do is if you have a downstairs bathroom, like I do, I would write downstairs bathroom. And then I actually have 2 bathrooms upstairs. One is my kids' bathroom and one is our ensuite bathroom. So I would put master bathroom separately on a separate line as I'm listing this all out. And then I would put kids' bathroom on the 3rd line. Then for vacuuming, I have 2 floors in my house. So I would put downstairs floor, vacuum the downstairs floor, and then I would do vacuum the upstairs floor. So you see where I'm going here. If you have more than one floor or more than one area within each cleaning that you would like done, then list that each out separately. The reason you want to do this is if you just write bathrooms, vacuum, then it's really easy to put way too many things on your list because it looks pretty short. If you write everything out individually, then your brain understands what's going on here and how many things you actually need to do. The second thing you want to do is you want to look at your weekly schedule. I have a few videos about how to create a weekly schedule if you don't have one already. I will link those in the cards and in the description down below. But you want to look at which days are busy, which days are you running around, going from one activity to another, and you just have a lot on your plate, and which days are simple and easy. What you want to do when you are creating your cleaning routine is you want to make sure your cleaning aligns with your weekly schedule. So if I were going to clean the bathrooms, clean all 3 of my bathrooms, let's say I decided to do it on one day of the week, I want to make sure that I'm not doing that on a day when I already have a lot going on, because that would be quite a chore, right? But I'll show you in a minute how you don't actually even have to do all of your bathrooms on one day, and we're going to spread this out throughout the week. For now, you just want to make sure you know kind of an idea, okay, these are days where I can do more cleaning, these are days when I can do less cleaning, and that's how I'm going to schedule this out as I make my cleaning schedule. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to pick your cleaning days. Now, this is going to vary from person to person. Some people like to do all of their cleaning on one day. I recommend spreading it out more than that, but obviously you have to do what works for you and your schedule and your family. But I also don't clean on every single day. I personally think every mom should take at least one day off from cleaning. For me, that's Saturday because of my religion. And so I don't do any cleaning on Saturday, but I do spread out the rest of my cleaning throughout the rest of the week. Now, depending on if you work outside the home or inside the home or what your spouse does and all of those other things that determine your family's unique schedule, you may decide you want to clean on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or you may clean on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, or something like that. You may have to divide your cleaning up a little differently than I do, but you want to make sure it works with your family's schedule and you aren't overloading yourself on already busy days. Now, the next step is to, I call divide and conquer. You're going to take that list that we created in step 1 and you're going to divide it out among your cleaning days. Now, a little tip here, it's really common to say, oh, you need to do all of your bathrooms on one day or do your vacuuming on a different day. I actually, when I was doing the bulk of the cleaning, when I had just one very young child and they didn't have any chores yet or anything like that, I divided up my days by floor. So I would actually clean my downstairs bathroom on the same day that I vacuumed my downstairs. It just flowed a little bit better for me, and I found that I enjoyed it much more than the days when I was trying to previously do all of my bathrooms or all of my vacuuming on one day. So you can do whatever you prefer to do. Maybe your personality just prefers to get all the vacuuming done or all of the bathrooms done. But if you don't have a ton of time that you can clean on every single day, you just have a small amount of time, I would say divide it up. You could clean bathroom 1 on Monday, you could do downstairs floor vacuuming on Tuesday, you could clean bathroom 2 on Wednesday, upstairs floor on Thursday, and bathroom 3 on Friday, or something like that. Now, remember to be looking at your weekly schedule as you are doing this. If maybe cleaning the bathrooms is stressful for you, you don't want to put that on an already busy or stressful day. You may want to put that on a more simple day. Now, I don't know if this is a little tip or hack or if it's just something kind of weird about me, but according to the comments on the other video, I think there's some other people like me out there. But I find grocery shopping to be a chore. I don't enjoy it, and shopping in general is just something that has always stressed me out. So I actually write down grocery shopping as I am making my list of all the things that need to be done every week. Then when I am dividing up my list, I put grocery shopping on a day when I don't have a lot else going on because again, it kind of takes it out of me. It stresses me out. It's just an exertion. It's not something that I naturally enjoy. And I also, when I'm creating my meal plan, which is a whole other layer that you don't need to worry about right now. I do have videos on meal planning if you want to check that out. But when I'm creating my meal plan, I also put a very simple dinner on the day when I'm doing grocery shopping because I don't feel like making a lot of food when I get back from grocery shopping. So that's another thing to think about. If you have different things that you have to do every week that feel like a chore to you, put that on your list of chores because you don't want to be overloading yourself with just tons of things that you have to do every day. That's where we get into burnout and we get overwhelmed as moms and things just start feeling more chaotic and stressful and kind of out of our control. You want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your mental health and setting yourself up for success every week. Now, the last step that I do whenever I update my cleaning routine, and I also do this whenever I update my kids' chore routine, which I usually do right around the same time. We figure out who is going to be in charge of which things, and it just makes sense for us to update everything about once a year. You know, kids get older, they get tired of doing the chores they've been doing, and we just find it's kind of fun to refresh everything about once a year. But you don't have to do that. That's just something we like to do. But whenever we get to the point where we've divided everything up, we know what's happening on every day, we test it out for about 3 to 4 weeks and make sure everyone knows how to do their chores. I'm typically really involved in kind of around where they're doing their chores those first few weeks to make sure they're doing them the way that I want them doing them. And I'm also making sure that the cleaning routine and the chore routine work well with our weekly schedule. And if something is off, if it isn't working well, maybe somebody just really hates one of the chores that they got, we will make adjustments. And I think this is very important, especially for new moms. It's really easy to have these expectations of, oh, I need to do all of these things every single week. My house needs to be perfect, especially if you're staying home. There can tend to be, it's almost an expectation, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but there's this pressure that we put on ourselves that, oh, I need to do all of these things to be a good stay-at-home mom. And the truth is that it's actually a lot harder than people think it is to have a newborn, especially. And I would say give yourself a lot of grace and just do the things that need done. When I had very young children, especially when the first and second one were newborns and just babies, I didn't dust every week. I didn't think it needed to be done every week, and I chose to focus on things like cleaning the bathroom and vacuuming and making sure that obviously the bathrooms need to be sanitary, and then the floor where the babies are going to be laying on blankets and things like that is also clean. And that basically summed up my cleaning routine when my kids were really little. Yes, we would dust other times, but the dusting was something where maybe once a month even, my husband or I would do a quick dusting on the weekends. And there are a lot of different people that we can get ideas from for how our house should be clean and who have ideas for what our standards should be. I know when I was initially looking at cleaning routines online before I kind of figured out how I wanted to do things, there were a lot of routines that said to take your trash out every day. Who has time for that? I can't, I don't know. I don't understand that. Other ones said to wash your windows every week. I mean, maybe that works if you have a 1-bedroom studio apartment, but if you have a house, I mean, that could take a whole day, much less if you have kids. So I just say all of this to make sure that your cleaning routine works for you and the season that you are currently in, and it's likely that it will change over time. More areas of my house get cleaned now every single week because I have 2 very capable girls who have chores, and they have taken on some of those other tasks that weren't a priority when they were really little. And then I'm actually able to do, again, some of those other things, like now I clean out my microwave more often. That was not a priority for me when I had newborns. So just make sure your cleaning routine makes you and your family happy, and make any adjustments that you need to. If you create this routine and it's not working, it's not making sense, make adjustments, drop some things if you need to. Or I actually also really like the idea of a bi-weekly cleaning routine. So let's say you have 2 bathrooms and 2 floors that need vacuumed. Do 1 bathroom 1 week, vacuum 1 week, and then the next week do the bathroom and vacuum on the other floor. It's better to have a really simple bi-weekly routine that works for you than to have a cleaning routine that's so overwhelming that it actually never gets done. So simplify as much as possible. Get help as much as possible. Have your kids and any spouses or other adults in the house help you out, and make your cleaning routine work for you. Again, if you are interested in streamlining your home quickly, join my membership, Total Home Transformation, and use the code YouTube for $5 off at checkout. I would love to see you on those coaching calls, and we can hang out and make sure you are streamlining your home in a way that works for you and your family. As always, I'm Cassie with StreamlineYourHome.com, and I would love to see you on the next video.